Hello and welcome to this video on how to water your bonsai properly. Although this may sound odd, it is not uncommon for bonsai to be watered improperly. In our experience, it is the leading cause of bonsai loss. That is, people overwater their bonsai, causing them to drown. This makes watering a very important but neglected topic. Water is obviously necessary. All living things require water to some extent. Bonsai are no exception to this rule. Most of the time, people will deal with this by pouring water onto their potted plant every now and then. This is not something that works with bonsai and bonsai soil. Bonsai soil is free draining by its nature. It will only hold on to so much water. This is a design feature, not a fault. In theory, the way it works is the hard, inorganic matter is impervious to water. The organic matter absorbs the water it can, and this is what supports the bonsai until it is watered next time. By having inorganic matter, the excess water drains out of the pot. It is a balancing act that keeps enough water to keep the tree healthy, while not so much it causes problems. The problem, when not paying attention to this, is too much water too often. Even when free drainage is available, it will take time to occur. If the time between watering is too long, it will dry out the soil. When it is too short, the soil will not drain and this will lead to it becoming waterlogged. If not that, then at least enough continuous moisture to cause root rot to begin over the long term. This problem is exacerbated by heat. Summer being notable. Where excess watering occurs, there's also excess heat. This leads to excess heat and excess moisture in the soil, which becomes extremely hospitable to mold and rot. This is where the second most common way to solve bonsai watering comes into play and fails. You cannot leave your bonsai to sit in water. There needs to be a certain amount of cycling of water through the soil for it to work properly. This is done by pulling air down into the soil as it drains by creating a sort of vacuum effect. This is needed for the trees to live and grow. Keeping a bonsai sitting in water prevents that process of cycling. To avoid this scenario, you need to water judiciously. That is, only when the soil has reached a suitable level of being drained and dry. The easiest test is to literally use your thumb. Embed it just under the surface of the soil with a little bit of pressure. As the soil grains stick to your finger, it is still good. If there's almost nothing sticking to your finger, it's much too dry. If there's a great deal on your finger, it's very wet. Soil conditions are one thing, but it is everything above the soil that tends to drive people to water their bonsai unusually and excessively. That is because the tree is looking dehydrated. It could be drooping leaves, curled leaves, and similar. While your bonsai may seem to be dehydrated, that is not always the case. It may be the tree trying to retain moisture that would be drawn out by the atmosphere, not a lack of water in the soil. If the atmosphere has low water content, it will try and pull water out of the tree. The tree responds to this by curling and otherwise behaving in a way that tries to create pockets of moist air that stop it from drying out. The way you compensate for environmental and atmospheric conditions is by keeping your bonsai near but not in water. The easiest method is to keep your bonsai on gravel in a tub. The gravel keeps the bonsai out of the water but in a moisture-rich atmosphere. The plentiful moisture makes it so the tree does not lose water. That prevents the appearance and effects of dehydration. The tree does not need to lose moisture through osmosis in a dry or low moisture environment. Conversely, you do need to be slightly cautious to ensure that when you do this, the bonsai and its environment are not in direct light, as that can lead to moisture encouraging the development of mold. Doing it this way, it will last for a very long time, but obviously that's not going to work for everyone. The alternative to this approach is to use a spray bottle. You mist your bonsai with this a few times each day when it is very dry. This has more or less the same effect as the other approach mentioned, but is more direct to the area it's needed. It is, however, shorter lasting. There's less moisture and it evaporates off into the wider environment much sooner. Both methods mitigate the underlying issue that leads people to believe that bonsai needs to be watered excessively. The last scenario occurs when your bonsai seems unable to be watered. This is despite being watered or not watered to try and make things work. This can often be because it has become somewhat water repellent. Often the soil's been dried out at one point, or, despite all your efforts, it's become clogged due to the water that you've used already, causing all the air bubbles to become completely blocked up. This often happens in summer, and especially so as the soil becomes somewhat resistant to absorbing water. The most effective method when that occurs is going to seem somewhat extreme, but it is effective. You take the bonsai and submerge it in water, only to the depth of the pot, not the whole tree. You keep it submerged until the bubbles stop rising to the surface. After this, you take it out and let the water drain freely. This allows air to be pulled into the soil. While extreme, it works. This, however, needs to be carefully considered, as if your soil mixture has lost all the available airspace in it because you've watered it too aggressively, it won't work and it will only make matters worse. Hopefully this video has given you some idea as to why your bonsai is behaving the way it is, how you might inadvertently be making things worse, and how to deal with it. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please post any comments, questions, or suggestions that you have below.